Hey, good afternoon, Dr. McCassell and fellow students. My name is Bryan Bailey. I'm one of the students for the EDU 679 capstone class, and I opted to do a video for my introduction to talk about some of the questions that you posed, Dr. McCassell, and you guys can get to meet me face to face, and and I can you can find out where I'm coming from on certain issues. A little bit about myself. I live here in Southwest Florida. I just recently took a job as a reading and math teacher for GD testing at a large men's prison. I really enjoyed that. I still enjoy it, and I worked 2 years before that as a reading and math teacher and social studies teacher at a small school district here in South Florida. And I worked in the prison systems for almost 10 years before that, which I really enjoyed doing, and I went back to doing what I really enjoy. Um, Really not much to do here in Southwest Florida unless you're into what I do, like hunting turkey, wild pig, lots of fishing on the Tampa Bay. I have a dozen friends, some who's an assistant warden, some other friends are a classification officer, which is a probation officer, and a dentist, a doctor, an engineer, and a couple other friends who are teachers, and we get together and we do things as friends because we all grew up and went to college together. So let's talk about some of the questions that are part of this introduction. Okay. First question: what is my professional goal? Well, Dr. McCassell, eventually what I want to do, I want to become an education supervisor and/or a testing administrator with the Florida prison system. Okay, I honestly enjoy proctoring and doing the necessary steps to to be an administrator. That's what I think I was born and destined to do, and I think that's that's what I want to do and work my way up through the ranks. And we go from teacher to testing administrator or education supervisor. Now, second question: how did the MATLT program support me? Okay, well, one major aspect I find here is that technology is a proven platform for standardized testing and assessments. By that I mean that the information is right there. It's immediate access. You get faster turnaround time for student results, and it's faster turnaround time for teachers to improve or administrators to improve their weak areas or for the students to improve their weak areas. Okay. Um, Eventually, I would like to maybe one day go for my specialist or my doctorate and perhaps write papers and to produce research that all testing, standardized assessments, and testing should be done on computers. Well, try to think big, I guess. Now, one challenge I had was when I came back to the Florida prison system as an educator. Um, all the standardized testing and assessments were paper based, paper and pencil testing, and it was just a logistics nightmare to assign tests, time the test, make sure which students would get which tests, and so forth. And it was so. But now with the computerized, it cuts the logistics time, work time in half, and you're able to do that. Now, how to overcome it? Research, training, observation, and eventually earning your certification to become your own testing administrator. And this was done probably within, I would say, 6 weeks turnaround time for me to complete this. All right. So how did it sharpen my skills as an educator? Well, again, if I advocate that standardized testing should be on computers or even iPads or iPods. You get quicker results, okay, faster turnaround time for student results, okay, and it also reduces the time for classroom educators to write individualized lesson plans for their students and to to get them in further remediation so they can retake an assessment and hopefully earn their high school diploma. Okay. Um, the next question I'd like to address is the Mark Twain quote, Dr. McCassell, that you put out there. Um, I think it's broken down into two parts. One, schooling, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I could be wrong. However, schooling is the formal place to attain knowledge and skills. Okay? And Mark Twain, being a very learned man himself, and probably one of the most prolific and popular writers in American history, along with others such as Steinbeck. Um, let's see, Steinbeck would be a good contemporary of his. Um, and education is the lifelong and all through the day, 24/7, 365, learning of just different things, different skills, social interactions, just even learning by looking at the sky and saying, hey, it's a clear day outside, 0% chance of rain. So, and it makes me think back and reflect upon as my career as an educator. A former ward of mine, who was a mentor and a good friend of mine, once told me that your learning and your job experiences will come down to two parts here within the Florida prison system, and the formal is knowing your job duties, you're doing your testing assessments or teaching skills, your strategies, trying to help these inmates, these male inmates, become successful, and if you're able to save one soul through an education and to make a man a better person, you'll be the better for it, and you will be remembered for it. So that is those are my responses to this introduction. I look forward to meeting with everybody and working with you. Uh, I'll post this to YouTube. Please take a look, take a view, and tell me what you think. Thank you for your time.